Honestly, it's so important. I mean, coming into the game, we're always going to be confident in ourselves, and we know that we've come a long way since we started even back in June. And we knew that getting this win today is just going to not only wake the rest of the SEC up, but wake ourselves up and give us a lot of confidence. So I'm so glad that we got to come in here and get the dub today.
Looked like some of your forwards had maybe some of their better games to watch since Kalen Smith. What did you see from them tonight? I think they were really impressive.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part of that.
Sorry, Kalen Smith and the Washingtons tonight, the forwards were, I thought, really, really good, especially operating on the high post. What did you see from them tonight, and how good were they tonight?
Oh no, they were fantastic, and especially we know coming into a lot of games they're going to be undersized, so they're going to have probably the hardest jobs on the floor. And they really stepped up, and we were able to get some really big rebounds at the end. So really, I'm proud of them. Really, props to them because they were played bigger than they are. So I'm really glad about that.
Defensively, what was kind of your game plan against Arkansas, and what was working well for you guys on that end?
Arkansas, they're a really good three-point shooting team, so we obviously wanted to make any kind of shots they took contested and tough for them, and I think we were able to do that for the most part. I think we really executed our defensive scheme. We wanted to play at our pace, and doing that means that we turn it up on defense, and we trap, and we make the teams turn it over, and we just play fast. We make them play faster than they want to play, and just really make them uncomfortable. So because we were able to do that, we were able to get the stops that we needed, get the boards that we needed, and then ultimately win the game.
At the end there, what was kind of your approach, and were you ever, concerned at all, with them consistently trying to come back, and then obviously you guys held on through?
Honestly, no. From the tip of the ball, beginning of the game, I knew we were going to win the game. That's just kind of confidence that we have to have coming into every game, no matter who we're playing, because it doesn't matter what the other team is doing. As long as we're doing what we know we are supposed to be doing, then we can run with anyone. And at the end of the game, we just knew we had to play our game. If they're making shots, that's fine, but we got to make shots. Or we're getting stops, that's what we're going to do. So at the end of each game, any game that we play, we're just going to play our game. We're just going to do whatever we're supposed to be doing, and whatever the other team does, it really doesn't matter.
Any more questions for Jordyn?
Yeah, Jordyn, it looked like you might get a little banged up there. You came back in cramps. You feeling all right? Everything okay?
Yeah, I caught 2 cramps, but honestly, a little cramp isn't going to hold me down. It's going to take a lot more than that for me not to come back in the game, so don't worry.
Cool. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Oh, I look like I look crazy.
All right,
Just
folks,
fix my
we
hair.
got head coach Shea Ralph. I want to open the floor up for questions now.
Coach, for you guys tonight, how important is it for you to get off to a great start, 1-0 in the SEC here in your first game? Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, obviously, it's a big milestone for us, for me, for our team, and it was just so much fun. I really love coaching this team, and just watching their progress over the last 9 months or so that we've been here, 6 months, and seeing them improve and seeing the belief and trust that they have each other, and I think we really turned a corner. I know we've talked about this before, but when we went to the Virgin Islands and we competed the way that we did, I think that changed everything for our team. They started to believe and understand what we're capable of because they saw it in action. Obviously it takes so many people to contribute every day. So the more contributions we get from more players, the better we're going to be. I thought Sasha Washington came in and did a great job today for us, and changed the games in moments that we needed her to change the game. So obviously I'm really excited. I told our team we're going to always celebrate our successes. We're going to celebrate every single thing that we do. And then the next day we're going to get back to work because we have another SEC game in a couple of days. But for us to start off this way, there's not a whole lot I can say that would put put it in the right words. I'm just sitting out there waiting to come in here and hearing them excited, talking about the games, talking about the moments in the games. That's what this is all about. As a coach, that's what I want them to feel, that enjoyment of being part of a team and being part of a really great team in terms of culture. That's everything that I want for them. So I'm just excited they had success on the court tonight.
I thought the forwards were great tonight, Coach. I mean, Sasha, Caitlin Smith had 10 points, 9 boards. What did you see out of them tonight, especially operating, I guess, out of the high post a little bit, being strong inside?
I saw some really good decision making from them, and we turned the ball over a little bit. We had a couple of travels, but when we, early on in the season, we put the ball in their hands at the high post, the decision making wasn't great. And I think that we've continued to work on it. We've gotten better at it. We're also developing them. They're becoming more confident players outside of the lane, which is helpful for us because they have to be defended out there. They're becoming better passers, better screeners. All those things are going to contribute to our success on the offensive end. So some of that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. But what did show up in the stat sheet, we needed. We needed every single one of those points. We needed every single one of those rebounds. And we talk about that. About making sure we don't get caught up in the past. The first thing Sasha did was catch the ball and travel. You can't get caught up in that. That happened. You can't change it, but you can stay present and now impact on the other end of the floor in a positive way that will change the game for us, and then do it again on the other end of the floor. So you can't worry about the past or the future. We just have to really focus on winning each possession. And I thought tonight we did a really good job of doing that, staying focused.
You guys had a bit of a layoff before this game, dealt with some COVID issues. So, how did you stay, conditioned, stay focused, going into this game?
But my team would probably tell you that I don't have any problem keeping them in good condition. That, we had 5 players and we did, what we could with 5 players. We really focused on developing our skill of actually playing basketball. So, when you have that few players, we just worked on what you can work on with 5 players: screening, reading screens, 3-on-2, 2-on-1, all the basic stuff with basketball, because you can always get better at that. And I think that helped us. It keeps you in great condition. It teaches you how to play the game. As we move on into the season, every basketball coach has lots of plays. Everybody scouts teams. You get scouted. So at the end of the day, it's whose players can make the most plays to win the game. And I want to empower my players, and we got to work on that in practice, but I want to empower them and give them confidence and know that I believe in them to do that when a play breaks down, when they play really good defense and we just didn't get the shot that they wanted. So we spent some time working on that, but obviously when you don't have your full team, it can be a little choppy. And we've also had about 1.5 years of experience as coaches with this. So one of the things that I told them during that period was that we can't focus on things we can't control. COVID, none of us can control it, obviously. So we just deal with it, just like everybody else in the country, and we try to get better with what we can do every single day.
Any more questions for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, one more. Sorry, Arya. One more. Obviously, kind of some of the stuff going on with COVID-19 returning to campus and things like that. Students not going to be at the next kind of 3 games here or 2 games here on this stretch. What are your thoughts on that and kind of what needs to change for you guys maybe in terms of creating your own energy? You guys do a good job of that, but maybe thoughts on kind of not having students in the building.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, everybody is trying to do the best to keep each other safe and healthy, right? Everyone's trying to do their best. And I know that Vanderbilt has done an incredible job over the past 1.5 years. So their decisions will always be respected and backed by me. It's obviously disappointing to not have them in the stands, but I think it's definitely the right thing to do to make sure that we stay safe and healthy and get out of this rush of COVID that we have right now. And for us, again, something we can't control, right? Something we can't control. So it is creating our own energy, but we focus on that every single day. So it's no different. One of the things that I learned, probably one of the best things that I learned at UConn, was that you have to train every single day like that's your national championship game. That's your Final Four. Coach Ariema was really big into the military. And he talked about the Navy SEALs always saying, you never rise to the level of your competition. You sink to the level of your training. And so that's what we do. We train like we're playing a national championship game that day. We train that way. We focus that way. We prepare that way. Our drills are done that way. So then when we have nobody in the stands, it doesn't matter. What we do every single day prepares us to go out and compete. We love to have people in the stands. We want more people in the stands. And when COVID is over, please come out and watch our team and cheer them on, because it makes a huge difference. But until then, we'll do what we have to do to make sure that we're ready.
Now obviously you guys have shown in prior games that you can play good defense against really good teams, but what specifically against Arkansas was your approach and what was working well on that end?
They are a really great, high-octane scoring offense. And for us, defensively, we went in with kind of a game plan of keeping them uncomfortable, showing them different looks up and down the floor, not getting caught up in just running one or two of our defenses, but giving them a myriad of different looks to constantly put pressure on them, put them under duress, rush their shooters. Even when they had open shots, we wanted to rush them, and then make sure that they felt disrupted on offense. When you have a team like Arkansas that makes that many shots, you can't let them get into a rhythm. So the focus of our defense today was to be extremely disruptive.
All right, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Coach.
Hope to see you soon. Yeah, hope to see you soon.